Hi, today I will talk about cadence. I mentioned a couple of times before that I ride at a low cadence, and by low I mean between 70 and 75 in races. And my training rides are at an even lower cadence, most of them are with a cadence in 60s. Mainstream advice is to ride high cadence to save your legs for the run, and there is actually quite a lot of athletes that have success with higher cadence. On the other hand, Sutton is a big proponent of low cadence riding, and since I started taking triathlon more seriously, I'm influenced by his advice, and I had a lot of success with low cadence, so I will talk about that. I don't know what the other guys do in training, so I cannot comment on the higher cadence riding, on their style. The thing is, the lower the cadence, the lower the heart rate and lactate production, but there is more load on the legs. So the research showed that the most efficient cadences are around 60. But the problem is that it's impossible to generate a lot of power at such a low cadence. So it's impossible to generate that much force in a single pedal stroke. So the shorter the event, the more watts required, the higher the optimal cadence. So if we take, for example, 1K track cycling, that's 1 minute event, they need around 130 revolutions per minute. Then if we look at the guys who broke our record, most of them were riding between 100 and 105 revolutions per minute. There were some exceptions. For example, Graham Aubrey, he had 93 revolutions per minute, but obviously that's also not a lot lower than what the other guys were averaging. When talking about triathlon, there are a few things to consider. In cycling, you need to be able to react to attacks, to cover them, and when you ride at higher cadence, you can react faster. Whereas in triathlon requires just a steady effort. Second thing is that Ironman, for example, is much longer than time trial on the bike. So elite cyclist does around 6 watts per kilo for 1 hour time trial, whereas in Ironman you need about 4 watts per kilo for the Ironman bike leg. So it's obvious that the optimal cadence will be a little bit lower for Ironman. The third thing and the most important thing is that the added load that you get on your legs will not affect your run that much if you train properly for that. So your legs will feel a little bit heavy, but once you start running, that heavy leg feeling will disappear. And actually, the lower heart rate and lactate that you had in your blood before the start of the run will help you to run faster. So that's it for today. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and see you next week. Bye.
We've no place to go.